Hello students, today I will deliver my lecture on methodology of econometric research. In the last lecture, we have seen that econometrics is a combination of economic theory, mathematics and statistical inference. Therefore, the methodology of econometric research combines the elements from all the three components of econometrics. There are 8 stages of econometric research. They are statement of theory or hypothesis, second, specification of the mathematical model of the theory, third is specification of the statistical or econometric model, fourth is obtaining data, fifth is estimation of the parameters of the econometric model, sixth is hypothesis testing, seventh stage is forecasting or prediction, and the last eighth stage is use of the model for control or policy purposes. Now we will discuss these points in details. First, statement of theory or hypothesis. We know that in economic theory, economic laws are formulated to express the cause and effect relationship between different economic variables. For example, in the law of demand, we see that the quantity demanded varies with the change in price, and there is inverse relationship between quantity demanded and price. Therefore, price change is the cause and change in quantity demanded is its effect. Similarly, in the Keynesian psychological law of consumption, we have seen that the level of consumption expenditure increases with the increase in disposable income, but its increase is less than the increase in disposable income. Therefore, on the basis of this law, we can make the hypothesis that marginal propensity to consume is greater than 0 but less than 1. Second stage of econometric research is formulation of mathematical model. Here we present the theory in the form of mathematical function. Mathematical function may be in the form of a single equation or in the form of multiple equations. On the basis of the requirement of economic theory, we choose either single equation or the multiple equation model. Then we have to decide the type of functional form by which we can represent the theory. For example, we can take either linear function, quadratic function, logarithmic or exponential form of function to represent the theory. Here we can represent the Keynesian consumption function by linear function like C is equal to alpha plus beta y. C is equal to alpha plus beta y, where alpha is the intercept and beta is the slope or marginal propensity to consume. They are called parameters of the model. The mathematical model can be represented by a diagram. In this diagram, income is being measured on OY axis and consumption is being measured on OC axis. C is equal to alpha plus beta y is the true regression line. Intercept alpha is shown on the left side of the diagram, and the slope beta, which is also the marginal propensity to consume, is shown by the triangle in this diagram. However, the mathematical model shows the exact relationship between the two variables. This means that there is one specific value of dependent variable for one specific value of the independent variable. But in real life, we do not find such situation. Even when the disposable income of two persons is the same, their consumption expenditure may vary because of several factors like size of family, their location, literacy rate, etc. Therefore, next step in the econometric research is the formulation of econometric model. Econometric model takes into account the variation in consumption expenditure of individuals even when their disposable income is the same by introducing a disturbance or error term in the model. This is called stochastic variable. Therefore, the exact mathematical model will be modified by introducing this error term so that the model becomes inexact or stochastic. So the econometric model will be C is equal to alpha plus beta y plus u, where u is the disturbance or error term. The econometric consumption function hypothesizes that the dependent variable consumption is linearly related to the explanatory variable y, income, but the relationship between the two is not exact. It is subject to individual variation. The econometric model can be represented by the following diagram. Here in this diagram, income is represented on OY axis and consumption is being represented on OC axis. C is equal to alpha plus beta y is the true regression line, and there are some dotted lines above and below the true regression line. The difference between the true regression line and the dots are shown by u or the error term. Fourth stage is obtaining data. For econometric research, we can use primary data or the secondary data. Investigator may collect the desired data himself from the economy or can use secondary data published by various institutions like government, RBI or other institutions. There are 4 types of data that we generally use for research purpose. They are time series data. A time series is a set of observations on the value of a variable takes at different time. Such data may be collected at regular time intervals such as daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly or annually, etc. B is cross-section data. Cross-section data are on one or more variables collected at the same point of time, such as the census of population conducted by the Census Bureau every 10 years. Third is pooled data. Pooled or combined data is a combination of both time series and cross-sectional data. Fourth is panel, longitudinal or micro-panel data. This is a special type of pooled data in which the same cross-sectional unit, for example a family or a firm, is surveyed over time. Here in our Keynesian psychological law of consumption, the consumption function, we are using the cross-sectional data. Fifth stage is estimation of econometric model. Estimation of the parameters of the model by using the technique of regression analysis by, for example, in this model, alpha, beta are the parameters of this model. Here the estimation of the parameters of the model can be used. Estimation of the model, we can use the formula for calculating regression equation that we have studied in statistics. For example, to calculate the regression parameters of C is equal to alpha plus beta y. Alpha plus beta y, we can use the formula sigma c is equal to n alpha plus beta sigma y. This will be equation number 1. And sigma cy is equal to alpha sigma y plus beta sigma y square. This is equation number 2. Solving the two equations by using the data, we will get the value of alpha and beta. Sixth stage is hypothesis testing. Assuming that the fitted model is reasonably good approximation of reality, we have to develop suitable criteria to find out whether the estimates obtained, that is alpha and beta, are in accordance with the expectation of the theory or not. Such confirmation or refutation of economic theory on the basis of sample evidence is based on a branch of statistical theory known as statistical inference or hypothesis testing. For this, we use statistical inference methods like t-test, chi-square test, z-test, f-test, etc. Seventh stage is forecasting or prediction. If the chosen model does not refute the hypothesis, we use it to predict the future value of the dependent variable, in this example consumption, on the basis of independent variable income. And the last stage is use of the model for control or policy purposes. The estimated model may be used for control or policy purposes. By adopting suitable monetary and fiscal measures, the government can manipulate the control variable y in this example to produce the desirable level of target variable c in this consumption function. Therefore, these are the 8 stages of econometric research.